Adventures in Rome, the underground labyrinth. Once upon a time, nestled amongst the sun-drenched ruins and whispering fountains of Rome, lived four unlikely friends. There was Sophia, a baker, with flour perpetually dusting her fiery red hair, whose bread held secrets to unlock hidden dreams. Then came Marco, a cobbler whose nimble fingers could craft shoes that danced of their own accord, leading their wearers to unexpected adventures. Next was Isabella, a painter whose vibrant canvases captured the very soul of the city, holding spells of protection and inspiration within their brushstrokes. And finally, there was Luca, a storyteller whose words wove tapestries of magic, capable of summoning ancient spirits and bending reality itself. They lived in a crumbling palazzo near the Pantheon, a place filled with the aroma of baking bread, the rhythmic tap-tap-tap of Marco's hammer, Isabella's laughter echoing through the echoing halls, and Luca's voice weaving tales that painted worlds more vivid than any fresco. They were happy, content in their quiet lives, oblivious to the slumbering magic that lay dormant beneath the ancient cobblestones. One sweltering summer evening, as the sky bled into shades of pomegranate and gold, Luca began to tell a new story. It was about Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, and a hidden spring beneath the Capitoline Hill, said to grant wishes to those who drank from its waters. As Luca spoke, his voice deepened, taking on a resonant quality that vibrated through the very walls of the palazzo. The air crackled with an unseen energy, and the shadows danced with a life of their own. Suddenly, with a deafening crack, a section of the palazzo wall crumbled, revealing a dark, winding staircase no one had ever seen before. Dust motes swirled in the sudden draft, illuminated by the flickering candlelight. The air hummed with an ancient power, fear mixed with excitement in the friends' hearts. Luca, more shaken than the others, knew he had unknowingly summoned something. A path, perhaps. "The spring," he whispered. "The story. It's real." Thus began their Roman adventure. Armed with Sophia's magically leavened bread, Marco's dancing shoes, Isabella's protective paintings, and Luca's captivating stories, they descended into the unknown depths beneath the palazzo. The staircase spiraled down, deeper and deeper, into the earth. The air grew cooler, heavy with the scent of damp earth and something ancient and metallic. They passed through forgotten chambers, walls lined with faded frescoes depicting emperors and gods, their eyes seeming to follow the four friends as they passed. In one chamber, they encountered a grumpy spirit, the guardian of a long-lost library. He challenged them with riddles, his voice a low growl that echoed through the vaulted ceiling. Sophia, using the knowledge gleaned from her bread's whispered dreams, answered the riddles with ease, earning the spirit's grudging respect and a key that unlocked a secret door. Behind the secret door lay a labyrinth of tunnels, seemingly designed to confuse and disorient. Marco, relying on the instinct of his dancing shoes, led them through the maze, the shoes pulling him forward with a subtle tug, guiding them away from dead ends and traps. The tunnels were filled with illusions, shimmering mirages of ancient battles, whispering voices, promising riches and power, and phantom figures that dissolved into dust at their touch. As they navigated the labyrinth, they encountered others who sought the spring. There was Signor Bellini, a wealthy art collector obsessed with hoarding ancient artifacts, accompanied by his gruff, intimidating guards. He saw the spring as another treasure to add to his collection, a way to control time itself. Then there was Madame Evangeline, a mysterious fortune-teller with eyes that glittered like obsidian, who sought the spring to enhance her powers and see further into the future. These encounters were fraught with peril. Signor Bellini tried to bribe them, then threatened them when they refused to join him. Madame Evangeline attempted to trick them with misleading prophecies, twisting their fears and desires against them. Isabella's paintings proved invaluable, their vibrant colors acting as shields against Bellini's greed and warding off Evangeline's deceitful visions. Finally, after days lost in the depths beneath Rome, they reached the heart of the Capitoline Hill. They found the spring, a shimmering pool of water bathed in an ethereal glow. The air thrummed with power, and the silence was broken only by the gentle murmur of the water. But their journey was far from over. Signor Bellini and Madame Evangeline arrived, vying for control of the spring. A fierce battle ensued. Bellini's guards attacked, but Marco's dancing shoes proved too quick for them, leading them into traps and pitfalls. Evangeline unleashed illusions and dark magic, but Isabella's paintings deflected her spells, turning her own power against her. As the battle raged, Luca realized the true nature of the spring. It wasn't about granting wishes, but about revealing the truth within one's own heart. He began to tell a new story, a tale of friendship, courage, and self-discovery. His voice soared, filling the chamber with its power, weaving a spell of truth that resonated with everyone present. Bellini, confronted with the hollowness of his ambition, saw the futility of his greed. Evangeline, stripped of her illusions, realized the weight of her isolation and the price of her insatiable thirst for power. The spring, responding to Luca's story, began to glow brighter, its light washing over the chamber. In the end, Bellini retreated, humbled and ashamed. Evangeline, softened by the truth, offered a cryptic apology and vanished into the shadows. The four friends, exhausted but triumphant, stood by the spring. Sophia, filled with compassion, used her magically leavened bread to heal the wounds of the battle, sharing its nourishing power with all those who had been harmed. Marco, using his dancing shoes, created a path of beauty and harmony within the tunnels, leading everyone back to the surface with ease. Isabella, inspired by the experience, painted a new mural on the walls of the palazzo, a testament to their friendship and the power of truth. Luca, understanding the responsibility that came with his storytelling gift, vowed to use his power for good, weaving tales that inspired hope and compassion. They emerged from the palazzo, blinking in the sunlight, forever changed by their adventure. They had faced danger, confronted their fears, and discovered the true strength of their friendship. They returned to their lives, but Rome was different now. They saw the magic that permeated every corner of the city, the secrets hidden beneath the surface, and the power of stories to shape reality. From that day on, they were known throughout Rome as the guardians of the spring. They used their unique talents to protect the city from those who would exploit its magic for their own selfish gain. And as they continued their lives, baking, crafting, painting, and telling stories, they knew that the adventure beneath the Capitoline Hill was only the beginning. Their Roman fairy tale, like the city itself, had many more chapters yet to be written. They learned that the greatest magic wasn't found in hidden springs or ancient artifacts, but in the bonds of friendship and the courage to speak the truth, one story at a time.